I got this new project that I wanted to make. I wanted to make the future Milf hooded knit, and I found this really pretty brown yarn. It's a tiny bit too small, and that's mostly because I didn't want to buy the exact yarn that she used because it was kind of expensive, so I found this instead. But I think it'll work either way. The thing is, I cannot figure out if I'm a medium or large, so I'm gonna try and start with a medium because I want it to be tight sitting instead of awkwardly loose. So I'm trying to make a medium, but the first thing that I need to do is making a twisted ribbing, and I don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna have to look up on YouTube and try and figure it out. I figured I'd just give a quick update to the knitting, the sweater. And I finished one ball yesterday, and I still need 5 centimeters to finish the ribbing. There are some minor mistakes, like this really loose section, where it's really, I don't know. I know people don't notice that overall. The tension is okay, I feel. I really feel like I'm making progress now. So I'll just have to pick in the other ball of yarn and start working the last 5 centimeters. Okay, so I'm just giving a smaller update because I finally finished the whole ribbing. When I'm looking at it, I noticed so many small mistakes. Again, I know I've been pointing out my mistakes a lot. I don't think there's anything to do to fix it, unless starting all over, which I'm not gonna do. I've begun doing just the knitting in the round, which I'm doing for 19 rounds, and then I'll start working on, or supposedly have to start working on the front text, which I'm not making. I think after the body, you have to make the sleeves separate. Maybe, I might be wrong. I've also just pulled out my sketch, or not sketch, the oil pastels, and I've made this one, and then I made this one, not today, but a few days ago, and then I finished this one today with the oil pastels. I feel like the eye is kind of crooked, but it's okay. And then this one is probably my new favorite in the book, so I also done some art stuff today, and then I'm gonna continue knitting on this, and hopefully I can get the body finished today. I really hope that. I would love to move on to the next step in the pattern, so that's what I'm gonna do, and yeah, I'll give an update. Okay, so I've almost finished with an entire ball of yarn. This is the second ball of yarn I'm on, and I think I again bought 9 in total. I have finished the first part of the body, so I finished this part. This is the next part, and then I think around here you put the sleeves to rest, and then you continue knitting. But I'm not gonna do the text. I don't know, I'm not a fan of it, so I'm gonna read through the pattern and figure out how many more rows I have to like knitting the round before I can set the sleeves to rest. But this is the process so far. I feel like the more I look at the ribbing, the more like uneven it becomes. I don't know, I start to notice all of my mistakes. But I'm gonna continue working on it, obviously, and I'm gonna figure out how many more I need to like knit before I put the sleeves to rest. So I've finished working on the like body part of it. So I've put the sleeves to rest. This is pretty much like the front of the body. And then I'm going to work on the sleeves now. I just went out and bought some needles because I didn't have any in a size 5. That's pretty much it, and I'll probably just give like the next update when the first sleeve is done. Okay, so I don't know when I last recorded an update, but I've finished both sleeves and I've attached them to the body. I'm kind of worried that I made the body a bit too small. I don't know, I was kind of worried about it when I was making it, and then I was just like, yeah, it's okay, it's gonna fit, but now I'm kind of worried again. So I'm already, while knitting, making up a plan to like save it if it's too small. Either way, I'm working on the chest area right now, and it's looking kind of funky. It looks like a weird alien. Either way, I'm currently doing my decreases to round up to the neck again, and I've realized I only have 2 balls of yarn left, which I don't think is enough. That's because I did the sleeves a size bigger than the rest of the pattern. I don't know, because I was worried that 84 stitches wouldn't be enough to go around my arm. I don't have like a fat big arm, but it still felt a bit too small. So I ended up doing 56. So I think I used a lot more yarn on the sleeves than I was supposed to. And I only have those 2 balls of yarn left. And I still need to make the entire top and the hood. And it might not be enough. Either way, I'm hoping it'll be enough. I'll continue working on it though, because I can see the fucking finish line, and it's going to be great. And then I'm gonna do a little graph on it, but I think that might be a surprise also for myself, because I don't know what to do yet. I'll keep working on it. I might have to stop at some point because I also just decided that I wanted to crochet my own prom dress. Kill me, please. That is so stupid, but I'm so stubborn about it right now. Like, I just bought the yarn. Once the yarn arrives, I think I have like a month to make the dress. And it's like filet, crochet. Everything's gonna be horrible. So I'm gonna try and finish this as soon as possible. If the prom dress yarn arrives in the meantime, I might abandon this for a while, but I'll make sure to give updates. The camera is a bit sloppy because I'm filming it in selfie mode. This is the sweater. I've not finished the sweater, but I finished making the like raglan pattern, and I also finished attaching the sleeves, which are kind of big, but also the armpits aren't attached yet. And if I pull it down like this to the point it attaches, the sleeves shrink a bit. So I don't know if that might just do it. I also been thinking about if the wide rib is fitting for my body. My body is kind of square. There's not a lot of like shape. There's a little bit of shaping here on my body, but I just feel like it looks kind of weird because it doesn't give me any like particular shaping. So I could just again cut off the ribbing, make the ribbing half the size of what it is now, then the other half would be re-knitted and then reattach it. I feel like this is a good length though, because my pants is here and my hips are here, my waist is kind of here, the place my body goes in is up here, just like under my rib cage. I'm gonna begin on the neckline now, and I'm gonna make the hood that needs to be made. I'm so excited to finish this.
I wanna run away, but no like buy a ticket. I travel miles on a plane, wanna go somewhere further. But I'm done with outer space, controlled by retrogrades. I've got too much on my plate, my stomach's full, but I still crave. 'Cause I wanna be alone. Don't leave a message at the...
So I've just finished making the like 10 rows of rib. It was so horrible. I really like twisted rib is pretty and it's easy enough, but it's not fun. I don't really enjoy it that much. But I finished the 20 rounds. I have the option now to make a hood, so that means I'll have to continue knitting on this one, or I can close the stitches and close the neck and be done with it. And then the only thing I'll need is to duplicate stitch the graphs that I want onto it and close the armpit. I think I'm gonna try it on, see if I like it this way. It seems to be kind of a like high neck, turtleneck, and I think that looks pretty stupid on me, I'll be honest. So update on the sweater, mostly because I've been staring at it for a while now, and I finished the graph. Piece of it is this fish. I'm not sure if I like it, so I might take it out again. I tried it on. I finished the sleeves. The sleeves are a bit too long, like this much too long. But I finished sewing the armpits together, and I've been trying it on, and I've made up my mind and realized that it's a bit too short for what I like right now. I think I need to add like this much lengthwise, so I'll have to figure out how to do that. I really want to finish it soon. I also still don't know what to do with the neck, because like turtlenecks look really weird on me. I was thinking about like just closing it off and folding the collar and sew it down, so it just gets like double colored or whatever. Okay, so I've split the like section in between these two. I maybe should try and watch some like tutorials or find some like info on how to do this, but I think I'm just gonna try and cut it. Both of these should hold and make sure it doesn't like unravel. Okay, so I got it separated. That was also the part that I kind of knew how to do. I have no clue how to attach it again once I've knitted the length that I want, but I'm sure I can find some YouTube tutorial if I can figure it out myself. And I'm gonna put in the needles and knit. So I finally like finished adding the length that I want to the sweater, and you can see this is where I casted it on, and this is the part I added. I should probably have measured before taking it apart, just to see how much I actually had to add to it, but I didn't do that. So I've been searching a bit on YouTube and I found this. I've been like skimming through it, which is someone showing how to add them together, and she's talking about Kitchener stitch, I think. I'm really close to finishing this, and then I'll figure out what to do with the color afterwards, because I still don't really know, and I think I still have some yarn left to do like the hooded color if I want to, but I feel like the whole sweater is gonna look different with the length added, so I'm just gonna do that now, and I'll check in afterwards because I think I'll need all my like focus on doing the stitches. So I finished lengthening it. I think I already gave an update on that. If not, I'll add it in later. But either way, I wore this sweater out today for the first time, and that's because I went to the cinema and it was kind of chilly, so I brought it with me, and I really love it. I kind of complained about the sleeves being a bit too long, but I really enjoy it, also because I'm the type to hide my hands in the sleeves, especially when it's a bit chilly outside. So I'm okay with the sleeve length, and I'm not gonna do anything about it. Also, I wouldn't know what to do or how to fix it, so I'm leaving the sleeves as they are. I think the graph is cute, but I think I'm gonna remove it. It's a bit too big, and also it's like off center, which kinda annoys me. And then I'm finishing off the color, and I decided to like fold it over and make it a like double layered color, double color, whatever. And then I'm fucking done. I'm so excited to finish this. This has been something I've been working on since November or December. I don't really remember. I'm gonna finish it tonight so I can wear it tomorrow for dinner time, Easter dinner. So I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna take out the graph because I'm not really a fan of it. I'll be back and we are done. I just finished removing the graph, like all of this. It was really hard though, because I think I did like 3-stranded yarn. It was really difficult to remove. And then I sewed the color down, and I've never tried it, and I didn't really mind looking up a tutorial, so I went through some loops on the backs and some of the like unfinished stitches on top of the color, and I lost a lot of stitches, or just like a few that I tied down afterwards that I just need to weave in, and then I'm basically done with this one. I think it's crazy how I made this. Like, what do you mean I can make an entire sweater? The pattern was so good. I definitely recommend making this sweater, and the creator also have other like patterns and a more like normal sweater pattern, but also for the Milf and Dilf sweaters, and she has a few patterns that I really like, and I really want to try some more of her patterns, and I'm gonna link her like storefront down below. Either way, I'm gonna link her Instagram and her storefront and the specific pattern I used. I'm done. That's so crazy. It's been taking a few months. I've been working on a lot of different projects at the same time. Just figured I'd give like a final update on the sweater, because I finished it by sewing the color down to make it like a double colored type of thing, and I think it's the right decision. Yeah, I think it's okay. I have worn it a lot, especially when I've been out with friends at night. Like, I really love it. It's so warm. Overall, I really like it. I still think it's a bit too short, but I've ended up using the last skein of yarn on something else, so I can't make it any longer, and my friends keeps telling me, or like some of them keep saying they like this length, especially with the like really broad waistband. Also, this is where I cut up the stitches and where I joined them again, and it looks really wonky. I'm not gonna like do anything about it because it is what it is. It's not bothering me a lot, but I just wanted to point it out. But there's some small like wear on it already. It started to like mat a bit here, which is really funky. I don't know. It's a really cute sweater. I also, by the way, ended up, I don't know if I mentioned it, I ended up taking the like graph stitching out. I also ended up not making the hood for the sweater, which I've kind of been regretting when I'm out because my ears always get so cold. It looks really funky. The proportions of it look really funky. But again, I think it's because it's a bit oversized, but not really. The arms are a bit too long, which I think I also pointed out. Also, look at my nails. They're so pretty. I really like them. I don't know, I can't bend my thumb for some reason, but they're really cute. I just wanted to show them off as well. This is the finished sweater, and I think that's pretty much it. I'm trying to get back into filming what I'm making, but currently I'm not making much because I've kind of just hit like a slump. I've been like sketching a lot instead. So this is the finished shirt, and I think it turned out really great. Also, the color turned out fine. I was kind of scared that it would be a bit too tight because I accidentally like tightened the thread a bit too much. The sleeves are a bit too long, but I still think it's fine. Hope you have a nice day, and maybe I'll see you next time.
Blowing past the skyline. There's a world I just might like.